I've always wanted to go to Lake George. It seems very peaceful. Kind of deadly, though. Let's talk about it. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Movie Emporium's movie review of Lake George, the newest film from director Jeffrey Reiner. So Lake George basically stars Shea Whigham, and Shea Whigham's character is a guy who's down on his luck, needs money, and the money that he is owed, he finds out that he actually owes money to this gangster, to be fairly honest. So in order to get his money and to clean the books, he has to go and kill a woman played by Carrie Coon. Well, in the process, the Carrie Coon character basically manipulates him into joining forces to steal the money from the gangster guy. And so it becomes this kind of road trip journey to basically screw over a mobster guy that leads down roads of some sort. So that's kind of where the story leads. Carrie Coon and Shea Whigham kind of have like this really interesting rapport. And yeah, it's a road trip movie in a lot of respects. So there you go. So I don't know why this movie eluded me. I've heard of this movie. I've seen the trailer before. I've seen something about it. I don't know if it was like at Sundance or what was about it, but I knew I'd seen something about Lake George. And then we got sent a screener, of course. You know, it's that time of year. You get a lot of screeners, so I do appreciate the screener for it. But I heard it was a pretty decent movie. It's one that releases, I think, on VOD or in theaters, some of that nature. And I was looking forward to it. I like Shea Whigham. I definitely like Carrie Coon. Carrie Coon's been really interesting the last few years, especially in the Avengers movies. Shea Whigham's, of course, in Mission Impossible. But they've been in other stuff like Fargo and stuff like that. So with that said, here's a movie that has also Glenn Fleshler in it. And yeah, hey, you know what? It seemed like an interesting movie. And it's exactly that, to be fairly honest, for my honest review. It's not a perfect movie of any sorts. It's not the most uplifting. It's not the best of the year type movie. It's just a fun movie. It's an entertaining movie. I think Carrie Coon really stands out as somebody who's very domineering and can work her way through situations and stuff like that. How she kind of screwed over the Glenn Fleshler character, and now she's kind of like manipulating Shea Whigham's character, and Shea Whigham kind of goes for it. And I really just kind of like how these two work. You know, the Shea Whigham character has never killed anyone before, so he decides, like, what is he going to do? And it leads into this, like, really fun, entertaining, journey that they go on to steal money, basically. And I love the rapport. There's great chemistry between Carrie Coon and, of course, Shea Whigham. And it's a movie with, like, a central theme of just, like, two people who are being manipulated by one person that feel like they can manipulate the person back. And I think the Glenn Fleshler character and the Max Casella character who plays his henchman, they do a really nice job, and they kind of bookend the story. But it is focused on these two individuals, and I think Jeffrey Reiner put a pretty good story together that is just it's just entertaining, and I don't think is insulting at all. I think it's good for an hour and 58, 2 hours or something like that. And I think when you watch these two kind of play off one another, I think it's a fun story, to be fairly honest. I think it works. I think it's a very small budgeted movie, but it obviously gained the attention of two actors that are pretty well known and working in the Hollywood system. And, it's always fun to find a movie like this, see outside the Hollywood system and just find something fun. This is from Magnet, which is a pretty decent company who puts out a lot of low budget stuff. And I think when they go to the different locations, they go to the different set pieces, and they're stealing money, and they interact with certain people. They deal with this poor woman who is like either the cousin or sister of the Glenn Fleshler character, and there's something that involves that. And they're watching the situation unfold, the Shea Whigham and Carrie Coon character. I think it's an entertaining moment to watch. It really sets itself apart, and it leads to a climactic, interesting thing between all the characters, and it reveals something that's actually quite funny. I think it was one of the better moments I've seen this year when it comes to kind of how it does a up end or turn or whatever, and it's really funny, and it involves all the characters, and I just think that's pretty great. So I mean, this review is not going to be very long, to be fairly honest. I think the two main leads, the two main actors, Carrie Coon and Shea Whigham, they work well with one another. They play well with one another. I think Shea Whigham is an interesting actor who has to deal with one arm having an issue. I think Carrie Coon is just fun as that very domineering individual, and I think in the end, it's a fun, entertaining movie. I didn't I didn't hate it. It goes places and has a pretty decent story. So it's worth watching. If you find it on VOD or you find it on a streaming service, definitely check it out. I think you'll enjoy it. I did. I think it's worth a watch. So anyways, with that said, that is my take on Lake George, which will be on VOD or theaters. So one of the two very, very soon. So anyways, thank you so much for watching my review of Lake George. I do appreciate it. If you've seen this movie or have you planned on seeing this movie, what do you think of the two actors, Shea Whigham and Carrie Coon? Is there a movie that you like that they're in? Is there a TV show? Let me know in the comments below. But otherwise, thank you so much. If you like what you see on this video, hit the subscribe button to join Movie Emporium. Hit that notification bell top to find what's coming next. If you like this video, awesome. Hit that like button. And as always, we'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out, guys.